Well. I drive up to Orlando. I checked my phone. Well, actually, no, I didn't check my phone for a while. I unpacked all my stuff, set up the camera and all that stuff, get the computer back in place. I go on Twitter, and I see Kyle Busch is joining Richard Childress Racing, and then Kyle Busch making fun of the reports of him joining Richard Childress Racing, which makes me believe it's probably true, and he's probably joining Richard Childress Racing, which, yeah. How do I feel about this? Well, not good. That's the general consensus right now. Wasn't expecting to make a video today, but guys, we gotta talk about this. Now, I want to point out, not confirmed. This is just a report from The Athletic and Jordan Bianchi. Now, multiple sources. Jordan's a really good reporter. The Athletic is the only journalism site or newspaper, whatever you want to call it, that I am subscribed to. So I love The Athletic. I think they do a fantastic job with their reporting. So when they report it, I'm kind of enticed to believe that they have enough proof that they know this is going to happen. And Kyle Busch just making fun of it or laughing at it just makes me think even more that it is going to happen. Apparently, the announcement's going to happen on Tuesday, so this is a huge deal. Now, let's basically what's going to happen is, if this, what most likely 95% sure this is going to happen, Kyle Busch will be leaving Toyota Racing JGR for the first time since 2008. I think it was. He'll be going back to Chevy, where he was with Hendrick Motorsports, and he was a Chevy driver before he went to Toyota and JGR in 2008, which was 14 years ago. So it's going to be 15 years since, of a Toyota partnership for Kyle Busch that is coming to an end. He's going to be going to Richard Childress Racing, but no one knows right now, what the situation is. Is he going to take over the 8? And is Tyler Reddick going to go to the 18? Or is Ty Gibbs going to go to the 18? But Tyler Reddick has a contract for what's it called? 23XI. I don't know why I forgot their name. For Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan's race team, but that's in 2024. So do you put Tyler Reddick in the 18 for 2023 and then send him off to whatever a third car or the 45 in 2024? Or do you send Tyler Reddick already to 23XI, which shouldn't happen because Kurt Busch should be there? What if Kurt Busch retires because of his injuries and concussion thing, and then next thing you know, Reddick goes in there early? All this stuff is still up in the table. So the only thing we might know at the moment is Kyle Busch signing for Richard Childress Racing, and that's going to be the first domino that falls. But everything else after that is going to be really confusing. Now, let's focus on the Kyle Busch thing. Do I think it's a good move for Kyle Busch? No, I don't. But what other options did he really have? That's kind of the point. It would feel really demeaning to go from the 18 car JGR to 23XI, because 23XI still feels like the little team, to JGR. It's not on the same level of JGR, even though they get the same equipment. I know that they're trying to become a great team, but they're not on that level of JGR. So it would feel embarrassing to go from the 18 to the 23XI. So I never thought that was going to happen. And then the other options, Colleague Racing, no. Stewart Haas Racing, no. Actually, maybe that could have been a decent option if Eric Almirola didn't re-sign with Smithfield Foods. So where could he go? Richard Childress Racing shows up. Guys, you know how I feel about Richard Childress Racing. No disrespect, but Kyle Busch is a championship-winning driver. You can't win a championship at RCR. All these guys have proved it throughout the last 2 decades. You can't do it. So I don't really, I don't think it's a good move for him. I think he's going to struggle. Could he win a race or two? And if he is in the 8 car, hypothetically, if he's in the 8, then yeah, sure. Austin Dillon's still going to be there. The car's still going to run 15th. The organization's not going to be top level. All this stuff is going to stay the same. It hasn't changed for 20 years. Why would I believe it's going to change now? Kyle Busch is not going to come in there, wave magic dust on the car, and it's going to go win 7 races. It just isn't going to happen. You can clip this and put as much money as you want on it. It's not happening. RCR is not going to dominate or win multiple races. It just won't happen. So I don't know why or how this happened. Well, we know why. So this is the main thing I want to talk about. I understand the sponsorship thing. This, to me, the whole point of this move, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth for one sole reason. I understand the logistics and the ethics, or not ethics, the logistics of it. Kyle Busch didn't have enough sponsorship because Mars and M&M's, Mars, the company, M&M's, they were leaving. They were leaving the sport. That was Kyle Busch's sponsor for the last 15 years. I get it. And with Kyle Busch's personality and JGR trying to find sponsorships for him, and maybe Kyle Busch trying to find sponsorships for himself, they couldn't find enough. Maybe they found a sponsor for 5 races here, or 4 races there, or 2 races there, but for 36 races and trying to combine them all together, he couldn't get enough. Okay. Because you know how JGR runs their sponsorship. It's kind of like for JGR as a whole. It's not like Kyle Busch can just bring his own sponsorship. It's for JGR as a whole, which is why you see like DeWalt on all the cars and all that stuff. You guys know what I mean. But this is a massive but. This is the equivalent of a Jimmy Johnson, a Jeff Gordon like level driver. He might not have the amount of championships, he might not have the amount of wins, but what he's done for JGR, Kyle Busch put JGR on the map. He helped them become the powerhouse that they are. Yes, they had Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart. I understand that. Tony Stewart won 2 championships. I get that. But when I mean powerhouse, 4 cars, one of the best teams in NASCAR, Kyle Busch helped start that. Because when he went there, it became a 3-car team, and then later on it became a 4-car team, and Kyle Busch was always the one that was, the stable guy there, the superstar driver. Wins 2 championships, could have won more, has won so many races. In the iconic 18 M&M's car, it's iconic. His personality, everything, it's iconic. And the thing why it leaves a sour taste in my mouth is I just don't, whenever this announcement is made, I want to hear from Joe Gibbs that they tried every avenue possible to keep him. If that isn't true, if they just, we'll see down the line. I'll make another video on this because we don't have all the information yet. We got to get all the information. If Ty Gibbs gets put in the 18, I would feel, quite disgusted, actually. I'm not going to lie. I feel quite disgusted. Not because Ty Gibbs is a generational talent. He is. He's a great talent. But to just off the best driver you've ever had is, I don't care if it's for sponsorship. I feel like every avenue, every loophole, anything possible could have been done to keep Kyle Busch in that 18 because he's a championship level driver and all that. He could win the championship this season. He very well could and walk off as a 3-time champion for JGR and then head to RCR and then run mid-pack for the rest of his career. I mean, which I don't want to say. That frustrates me. I feel angry listening to this announcement because I know what's coming and I don't want to see it. Like, I just don't. I don't want to see Kyle Busch not be in a competitive enough car to win races week in, week out. Has he struggled the last 2 years, in terms of his standards? Yeah. Is he on the backside of his career? Yeah. He's been in the sport since 2005, so it's 17 years. He's towards the end of his career. We get it. But still, this is one of the best drivers of all time. I don't know where you want to rank him, but like he's probably most likely in the top 10. I would say probably he is guaranteed top 10 in my opinion, that he is a top 10 driver of all time. And just a huge stable point for JGR, and seeing him leave that is going to be really frustrating. The one way I could understand it is they just did kind of like a swap, but who is going in that 18 car that will bring enough sponsorship? That's the real question I have. Who is it going in that 18 car to bring enough sponsorship? If it's just Ty Gibbs with Monster Energy, I'm gonna be just sick to my stomach. Like, I'm just gonna be like, are you serious? Like, this is what we're doing? Because all due respect to Ty Gibbs, he's fantastic. He will be a championship level driver. He'll probably win multiple championships. But at this current moment, to switch out Kyle Busch for Ty Gibbs, if that does happen, no. I just don't see how you can do that. If you want to put Tyler Reddick in there for a year as a stopgap and get Ty Gibson for 2024, I always thought Ty Gibbs should go in 2024. That's just my opinion. I always thought 2024 was the right year for him to get into JGR and go straight into JGR, not 23XI, not a lower level team, JGR. Go boom, right in. I thought 2024 would be that year. I don't think it should be next year. So we'll see how it goes. But guys, let me know what you think down below. Comment down below. I don't like it. I don't like it. I understand this stuff has to happen. I do. I get it. sponsorships, all that stuff. And not everyone can be in a competitive ride. There are so many drivers out there that are not in competitive rides that are probably more competitive than some guys that are in competitive rides, have more talent than them. But it is what it is. This is like the nature of the business, money, yada, 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 sponsors, yada, 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 whatever. But, yeah, I don't know. And you know what? If RCR can prove me wrong, because Tyler Reddick has won multiple races this year, if RCR can prove me wrong and they could deliver a car that can win a championship, I will eat all the crow in the world, apologize, and say, kumbaya, great job. But I have 20 years of proof to tell me otherwise that it's not going to happen. So whenever I hear, and to be fair, they've had Austin Dillon there for 7 years, whatever. Austin Dillon's fine. He's not great, but he's fine. But he's not bringing much to that team in order to make the team better. I don't think there's much going on to make the team better. And it's just, yeah. I'd like to see RCR be great. It'd be really cool to have Kyle Busch back in with Chevy. It would be really cool. But can he compete? Can he compete? So I want to end this video saying this. If Kyle Busch goes to RCR and is competitive, I will like the move. I will like it. Seeing him as a Chevy driver, I hope his personality doesn't change. What I mean by that is I hope he can still be the same Kyle Busch he was, because Mars gave him a lot of leeway. M&M's, they were really okay with his personality to be the villain. They were fine with that. I don't know if the new sponsor that he might have at RCR will be okay with that. Even he has said that himself in interviews, that he probably doesn't think it will be the same, and that he'll have to put on a little bit more of a nice guy persona, which I don't think any of us want to see. We want to see Kyle Busch be the character that he is. And yes, he does play a character. Guys, he's not, you know, I find it funny every time he wrecks and people cheer. He's not an actual jackass in real life. He's playing a character for you guys. He's not an actual dickhead. He's not, you don't have to go up to him and he'd be like, huh, you're a loser. No one, you don't cheer for me. He's not going to actually say that. He plays a character, guys. You don't actually have to boo him. But he fools like thousands of you guys into booing him, so he does a good job. It's like WWE, honestly. I don't want to see him be all nice guy, you know. I don't want to see that. But we'll see. So take care, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too harsh? We'll see what happens next year. Again, a lot of different moving parts. I'll make another video when, hopefully on Tuesday, more things are answered. If he goes to RCR, who goes into the 8? Is it him? What happens to Tyler Reddick since he signed with 23XI in 2024? You know, what is going on? Where are all the pieces going? Who's going in the 18? Is it Ty Gibbs? Is it Tyler Reddick? Is it someone else from out of nowhere? Is it Milad Radman, real Radman, going into the 18 car? Never driven a stock car in his entire life, but I'm going to go in there and win a Cup Series race, specifically the Daytona 500. I could probably do it in my dreams. But take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the race review at Kansas. But damn, I want Kyle Busch to be competitive. All right, I can't let go of too many of the past. I already let go of Gordon and Stewart and Johnson and Jr. and Kenseth and Carl Edwards and all that. I let go of all of them. And Kyle Busch and Kurt Busch, like they still are there in that era for me. And letting them go is going to break my heart. And I don't want to do it. And god damn it, I'm getting old. I'm ending the video. I don't want to hear about it.